Built in 1860 and was put into operation for international trade since 1863, Saigon Port has the longest history of development in Vietnam. With a history of more than 150 years, Saigon Port has played a pivotal role for developing Saigon into a bustling port city, an urban center of the whole Southeast Asia then, and forming the developed Saigon commercial port today. It can be said that Saigon Port development history goes along with the long-term development and prosperity of the old Saigon city, Ho Chi Minh City today. Currently, Saigon Port has 10 subsidiaries, 5 companies with majority shares, 4 joint venture companies. The current advantages of Saigon Port include an area extended to more than 500,000 meters squared, offering efficient operations for 5 port zones, namely Cruise Passenger Terminal, Nha Rong Can Hoi Terminal, Tân Thuan Terminal, Tân Thuan 2 Terminal, Phu My Steel Terminal. With more than 3,000 meters of wharves, 30 buoy berths, and 280,000 meters square of warehouse and open storage, Saigon Port is the only port in the country capable of receiving and handling up to 30 vessels at the same time. This is also the basis for Saigon Port to become one of the top national ports in cargo volume and handling productivity with an annual throughput of more than 10 million tons of cargo. For a long-term development strategy, especially for the relocation of Nha Rong Can Hoi Terminal, Saigon Port is developing Saigon Hiep Phuc Port with an area of more than 100 hectares at Nha Bay District. This will be the largest general cargo port in Vietnam, with the total berth length of up to 1,800 meters, throughput capacity of more than 20 million tons of cargo per year for laden vessels up to 50,000 deadweight tons and 70,000 deadweight tons partly loaded vessels. Beyond that, Saigon Port also has joint ventures with Vietnam National Shipping Lines and other leading international maritime corporations such as PSA Singapore, SSA Marine USA, APMT Denmark to build and operate 3 modern deepwater container terminals at Kai Map Thi Vai area, namely SP, PSA, SSIT, and CMIT. In total, these 3 terminals have approximately 1,800 meters of berths, capable of accommodating up to 165,000 deadweight tons vessels and total throughput capacity of more than 3.7 million TEU per year. The investment cost reached $750 million US. These ports have been built from 2006 and put into operation during the period of 2009-2010. With modern cargo handling technology, deep water draft, advantageous location, this port group is rated as the unique potential international transshipment hub of Vietnam, the key national gateway port serving the economic development of the South region. With the strength in seaport infrastructure, Saigon Port has outstanding capacity in various fields and services such as advantageous connections of international and domestic shipping routes. Saigon Port has also become the cargo trading hub of the southern focal economic regions, including Ho Chi Minh City, Bình Nhưỡng, Dong Nai, Ba Ria Vung Tau, and Mekong River Delta, as well as other Southeast Asian countries. Facilities and systems for cargo handling, bagging, storage, and maritime services with a complete warehousing, equipment and technological systems certified by BVQI as ISO 9001 version 2000 compliant in operations and provisions of container services. Modern and diversified equipment, berths for large tonnage vessels, complete warehouse and yard systems meeting the diverse demand of customers. The human resource of Saigon Port inherit the long tradition and experiences from their predecessors, and nowadays is becoming more competent through training and tested in contemporary working environment and through participation in training courses offered by the most prestigious maritime institutions of the International Maritime Organization, IMO, the International Association of Port and Harbors, IAPH, and of the countries having advanced marine industry such as the Netherlands, Belgium, Singapore. In parallel to the core business of port operations, Saigon Port also has 5 subsidiaries, 4 companies with majority shares, and 1 joint venture company specializing in providing a wide range of shipping products and services, such as logistics, stevedoring service, tugboat services, marine construction, mechanical repair, port operations training, water and land transport, real estate, hotel. Through more than 150 years of operations, the position of Saigon Port has reached a new height. Currently, Saigon Port is assuming a leading role in Vietnam Ports Association, VPA. Saigon Port used to hold the chairman of the Southeast Asian Ports Association, APA, and is the only port in Vietnam to be the regular member of IAPH. During its operation, Saigon Port has maintained its status as a reliable partner of the world's leading maritime corporations. In addition, Saigon Port has received many international visitors, delegations for exchanges of opportunities for cooperation in the maritime industry. Saigon Port is also honored by the award of Labor Hero of the Doi Moi, the Reform Period, given by the President of Vietnam, and many other noble titles, medals, and awards offered by the Vietnamese and foreign governments. It can be said that the value of Saigon Port lies in its sustainable development of more than 150 years, through which, at any historical milestone, Saigon Port emerged higher from its outstanding capacity and value of productivity, quality, safety, and efficiency. On that basis, Saigon Port is confident to achieve the following targets: to maintain 50% market share of general cargo in the region, to become the leading conventional port in Port Group Number 5, to become the first choice of customers delivering cargo to from the area. With the dedication of more than 1,400 officers, employees, Saigon Port has obtained and is asserting its position and trademark, not only as one of the leading players in country maritime industry, but also as a cultural, historical symbol associated with the location where Uncle Ho departed to find a way to save the country.